Hello people, I am the Comic Book Gamer, and today I'm going to be talking about my ideas for Star Wars Episode 8, so what I would love to see in Episode 8. Now, obviously, spoilers for The Force Awakens, I think everyone's seen it already, but anyways, spoilers for The Force Awakens. So, what we know about Episode 8 is the fact that it's going to be a lot darker than Episode 7, because I've already said it, and the fact that it's going to be sort of like how they did with Episode 7, how it's a complete remake of A New Hope. This one's not going to be a complete remake of Empire Strikes Back, at least I hope it's not, but they're going to be doing darker tone, probably have a big plot twist like, no, I am your father, you know, something to match that. Since Empire Strikes Back was the second in the series, and it was darker and had a huge plot twist, that's what I think this one's going to do. So, but that being said, nothing I say in here could ever happen or will ever happen, because Disney would never do any of this. I think it's pretty cool. Of course, I came up with it, so of course I think it's cool, but I don't think any of this will ever happen. Anyways, let's get into it. So, for my ideas, I did not go completely in depth. I didn't, like, map out every single scene, but I just did some really cool, like, important parts that I'm going to be talking about. So, anyways, yeah, Luke is training Rey, obviously, because that's where the last movie left off, and he tells her about her parents. Her parents are Kyle Katarn and Jan Ors, who you might have heard of if you played the Jedi Knight games. They're characters from the Expanded Universe, except here they would be tweaked a little bit because the Expanded Universe is not canon, so you could throw them in here and give them whatever origin or whatever you wanted, which is really nice because they're part of the Legends category. Which means they're not canon at all, so you could just use those characters, but then just tweak them however you want it to fit into the story, which I think would be pretty cool. I think a lot of people would love to see Kyle Katarn and Jan Ors. So anyways, Kyle Katarn is a Jedi. In case you guys have never heard of him, he was a Stormtrooper turned Jedi, but his origin doesn't matter because, you know, it's not canon anymore, but he is a Jedi still in my idea. So Luke is telling her how great of a Jedi he was and that he left her on Jakku because Katarn did not want her to be a part of the new Jedi Order at all, partially because of what happened to Anakin. Remember, Anakin was the last, because they could sense how powerful Rey was. I remember the last guy, who was Anakin, that was incredibly powerful, that got indoctrinated into the Jedi Order. Bad things happen, it's not a good upbringing. But Luke, who was left secluded on a desert planet without his parents, ended up being a good guy and stuff. So he's like, you know, maybe going through a very harsh sort of like upbringing and have to learn for yourself, you know, it's better than what, you know, what Anakin had. Anakin had a terrible upbringing, but part of that was because of the Jedi Order, so he decided to just leave her completely out of it, especially because they could sense how powerful she was. So one day, also Kyle is dead, he tells her, because Kyle Katarn and Jan Ors were on the Jedi Temple. They were there at the Jedi Temple when Luke went off planet for whatever he needed to do. That's when Kylo and Snoke attacked. They attacked, they killed everyone. Kyle ended up, I'm going to say, giving Snoke those scars. That's what I want to say. Kyle was the one who gave Snoke those scars. But in the end, Snoke killed him, and Kylo killed everyone as well. And the Knights of Ren and everything, they were able to kill all of those Jedi apprentices. So when Luke came back, everyone was dead. But anyways, Luke tells Rey that's what happened. And yeah, so that's sort of Rey's origin. That's how I would wrap it up, with Kyle Katarn being her father and Jan Ors being her mother, and the fact that they were heavily involved in the Jedi Order, really believed in it and the Resistance, and that they didn't want their daughter to be a huge part of that and be messed up from it, traumatized or anything, or like be another Darth Vader. As bad as leaving her Jakku is, it's better than her becoming a Darth Vader. And so that's why they left her there, and then they were killed when Luke was off-world and Kylo and Snoke attacked. But anyways, so moving on, we see that we get sort of a time jump, and we see that Kylo has been training for the past year, as well as Rey's also been training for the past year. And yeah, him and Snoke have been training together, because we saw at the end of The Force Awakens that Snoke said that his training was not over. So then we see that Kylo Ren figures out where Rey and Luke are training. They find it, they launch a full-scale attack on them. It's First Order versus Resistance. And this is where we see Kylo Ren and Benicio del Toro's character, who is supposed to be like the villain of Episode 8. I didn't really come up with a huge idea for him or something. I'm just going to say he's another sort of Sith dude and sort of supposed to be the rival of Kylo Ren is what I'm going to say. Sort of the guy that's like, you know, if Kylo doesn't work out, we got this guy, because we saw that Kylo was a complete bust at the end of Episode 7. He sucks at everything. And so Benicio del Toro is brought in along with Kylo. They are leading the fight. It's First Order versus Resistance. They're beating the crap out of the Resistance. See that Finn is there, obviously fighting for the Resistance. He ends up getting shot and immobilized, not dead yet, but just shot and immobilized. Rey wants to go and save him, but we see that Luke is taking on Benicio del Toro and Kylo Ren at the same time. So that's not too good of a thing to be doing. And so Leia tells Rey that she needs to help Luke, because if Luke dies, the Resistance, it's basically all over. Because the whole point of Episode 7 was so they could find Luke, and now it'd all be over with. So she goes to him, even though she wanted to go and save Finn. But she's not able to, because Leia says, it's more important for the Resistance and the Jedi Order if you save Luke. So, she goes over there, she beats the living daylights out of Kylo, because, she beat him with no training. Now, with training, she's gonna just destroy Kylo Ren. She's got him on the run. He ends up getting to Finn and killing him. Rey just goes complete beast mode even more, cuts Kylo's hand off, and has him at saber point. At this point, we see that Luke has beaten Benicio del Toro. He's got him down as well. Benicio del Toro pulls out a blaster from the side that we did not see before, shoots while Luke is not ready for it, but Luke still, obviously those fast Jedi reflexes, reflects it, and it ends up going back and killing Benicio del Toro. And so, then we see that Luke tells Rey to bring Kylo into custody because he's neutralized now. He's not a threat, but Kylo tries to convince Rey to join him, again, like at the end of Episode 7. He's like, join me now. And Luke says, come on, we gotta bring him in. We've got him now. Rey goes on a big speech about how the Jedi and the Resistance are corrupt and will never work. She's talking about how her father was a terrible man for leaving her there, and he was supposed to be a great Jedi. She doesn't believe in all this, and that that Luke's wrong for wanting to bring this guy in when he killed his own father. He killed Han. So that's, she's just like seeing how wrong all this is. And so she kills Kylo. And then she tells Luke that she's going to go and kill Snoke and take his place as leader of the First Order, and that she's going to do whatever she feels is right from now on. She's going to go take control of First Order, not necessarily do First Order things, but do whatever the heck she wants to do with the First Order. And she's just saying that no one's going to stop her. Luke's devastated at this point. And she ends up force pushing him back, startling him, and then she goes on a ship and flies away, presumably to go after Snoke, and that's where I would end the movie. I know it's very dark, very different than what a lot of people probably expect from Episode 8, and of course it would never happen, but I think it would be interesting to have Rey sort of turn evil. And yeah, I think that would be pretty cool, and like obviously a lot of people just died just then, so this would never happen. And then yeah, I might do a follow-up for this for my Episode 9 idea, who knows. We'll see. If you guys want me to, I will, but yeah, that's how I would do it. Obviously it's not covering every single aspect of the story, but that's just a really important bits. I think it would be pretty cool just, having Rey go completely ham on everyone, just being like, I'm so powerful and you guys are so stupid. Like, just none of this works. She sees how wrong everything is, how corrupt it all is, and she just does not like it, and so she decides to go. And this way we have Luke as the protagonist of Episode 7, and I mean not Episode 7, Episode 9. I think that'd be really interesting. Or we could just follow the viewpoint of Rey as she is the bad guy going to kill Snoke and take over the First Order and do whatever she wants and be sort of a dictator. But anyways, yeah, that's what I would do. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please let me know with a comment and a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.